How's it going, guys? My name is LongBarrel and today we'll be doing another product review from GAMDIAS. I have reviewed two of their products in the past and this time we'll be reviewing their brand new HEBE M1 RGB headset. Let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the review. The first thing you'll notice about this headset is that it's a very large headset. This is due to their large ear cup design. I really feel like they could have made this headset a lot smaller and still get away with their large ear cups. The design itself is pretty clean. I like the LED pattern along the matte black finish. Unfortunately, right now there's only the matte black color that is available. I feel like having only one color choice can be a deal breaker for some people. Now, I like the fact that they added a lot of LED lines on the ear cups. The pattern really complements the headset and allows for good personalization to match the user setup. As for the rest of the headset, the metal band at the top of the headset complements it nicely, especially with the black tension band underneath. So of course, GAMDIAS did go for the over-the-ear design, which is pretty standard on gaming headsets. It has pleather noise-canceling ear pads which do a decent job of blocking out external noise, but there's still a lot of noise that gets through, and I feel like they could have definitely worked on making this headset cancel a lot more noise. Another thing I didn't like is that you cannot replace the pads with the plush ones. Some people don't find pleather pads comfortable as it can really make your ears sweat, so adding replaceable plush ear pads would be a great idea, especially for a headset of this size. Instead of a solid adjustable headband, GAMDIAS decided to go with a tension band that stretches to take on the shape of your head. The band has a thin layer of what seems like memory foam on the side that touches your head. This is a really great touch by GAMDIAS. What keeps the headset together is a couple of metal bands which make the headset feel super solid. Obviously, adding a metal frame eliminates the chance of you accidentally cracking your headset should you feel the need to throw it on your desk. The microphone design is also pretty neat. They went with a retractable gooseneck microphone style, really similar to the mics you'll find on the Siberia headsets. The mic can be retracted up to about an inch, and when pushed back in, the mic is not fully hidden, which makes no sense to me. The cord is also something worth mentioning. It's a very thick cord, and this is due to the fact that it's braided and encased in plastic. This is where I feel like they went wrong. Encasing anything in plastic adds unnecessary stiffness to it, and therefore making cable management very difficult. Last but not least, to control the headset, it comes with an inline remote which features volume control, the mic mute, the LED switch, and their bass impact switch. Bass impact is their unique feature which, quote, converts low frequency bass tones into pulses around ear pads, letting you feel the sound. Essentially, there are vibration motors inside the ear cups which rumble to simulate external effects such as explosions. Although the remote is super simple and helpful, I do have a couple of problems with it. I feel like they could have added a lot more features such as a mic volume control and sound mute button, but my main concern is that the volume control directly changes the volume in Windows. In my opinion, adding a dedicated volume rocker is way better, as users can leave their Windows settings as is and only adjust the headset, therefore giving them more control and personalization. Alright, so now that we talked about the features, let's talk about the overall comfort of the headset. The first time you put on this headset, you will instantly notice how uncomfortable it is. Yes, this is far from satisfactory in terms of the comfort. When wearing the headset, there's some points of the ear cups that don't feel like they're making contact with your head at all, making you want to manually press the headset into your head. The problem lies with the ear cups themselves. Because you can't tilt the cups in neither direction, this means that the ear cups can't freely take on the shape of your head. The wider your head is, the more contact you lose with the lower portion of the cups. This is simply because they're not allowed to tilt forwards or backwards. In terms of comfort, this is by far the longest I had to get used to wearing a headset out of all the ones I've ever owned. With time, I do feel like the headset will break in and start taking on the shape of your head, but that time may just not be worth for some people. As for everything else, the ear cups feel great. They're soft and comfortable and don't really need to be broken into. The overall tension of the headband is perfect for my head, but for some people with big heads, it may feel a little bit too tight. The padded headband also feels super comfortable, and most of the time you don't even notice it. I 100% mean it when I say that this headset has some of the best sound that I've ever heard on a gaming headset. The sound quality is crisp and clear. Playing CSGO on this headset, I can easily hear footsteps, distant gunshots, grenades. Listening to people is also very pleasant. The icing on the cake of this headset is definitely its unreal sounding bass. The headset has such deep and rich sounding bass, it really takes you by surprise the first time you listen through them. And this is keep in mind without having their bass impact feature on. Clicking the bass impact button will turn on the vibration and will make it feel even more insane. Now that being said, their bass impact feature doesn't come without its flaws. Having it on playing Counter-Strike, it really feels distracting as the bass simply drowns out the other sounds while trying to listen to what's going on around you. Also, while having the feature on, you will constantly have very noticeable white noise playing in the background, which gets really irritating just after a few seconds. Now with that said, even though I personally don't use it, it's really great for games such as Battlefield where immersion is a big part of the game and the bass impact feature can really make a difference. The headset does feature virtual 7.1 surround sound. Now while the surround sound does work, it's not the greatest. Even while having HRTF enabled in CSGO, I still have troubles identifying if the enemy is coming from the front or the back. The left and right directional sounds are working as they should, but I still feel like overall I'm not getting enough surround out of this headset. To give you guys a feel for the mic quality of this headset, I'm recording this segment using the headset's microphone. There really isn't much to say about it other than that it sounds great and picks up barely any background noise. Unfortunately, due to the high bass of this headset, the microphone will pick up any sound of whatever you're playing through your headset. It's very quiet but easily noticeable. It won't bother most people unless your mic volume is set too high. Overall, it's a great mic, truly one of the best I've seen. So the last thing I want to talk about is their GAMDIAS software called Hera. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this video, their software just wasn't updated to deal with this headset. I'm not sure why this is the case, but I assume that once they fix it, you'll be able to access the color settings, sound options, voice options, surround options, etc. So my overall thoughts on the HEBE M1 headset is that it's a good headset. The sound quality can definitely compete with top tier headsets currently on the market. The mic is one of the best I've seen, and the RGB lighting is definitely a great touch. I think they could rework the design a bit more, as in some angles it does look a little bit cheap. I personally wouldn't recommend this headset simply due to its comfort. If they rework the design to make it more comfortable, I would definitely recommend it to anyone. So that's pretty much it. This has been the review of the GAMDIAS HEBE M1 headset. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name's been LongBarrel, and remember, be water, my friends.